Next, reduce costs by doing your own IP searches first. Start with a Google patent search at google.com/patent. Work with an attorney who specializes in intellectual property and asks for a fixed rate for a file. Or save money by working with a patent attorney that isn't in the top cities or the top tier firms who maybe will take a little equity for their work. Patents aren't your only asset, though. Conduct an audit to identify all your registered and unregistered trademarks and your copyrights and what your customers consider to be trade secrets. Invest in a well-written non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. Make sure your employment agreements, licenses, sales contracts, and technology transfer agreements all protect your intellectual property, right from the get-go. If you're going to make patents part of your differentiated value plan, file as fast as you can. A patent application holds your place in line in the US for about 12 months after the initial submission. Check what the rules are wherever you are. Remember, patents can take a long time in some places, longer than 5 years to issue. Investigate international patents if key competitors are outside your market. Your IP is one of your biggest assets. Make sure to invest in protecting it as much as you can. Let's talk about another area, high switching costs for your customers. One way to prevent competitors from taking your customers is to make it a little more difficult for your customer to switch to your competitor. Things that create high switching costs are by making your customer invest in the product in the form of time, money, physical effort, social capital, or personal data. Once you populate your chosen social media site with all of your information and your connections, it's very difficult to change. I use Facebook because my first daughter was on it. Now that I'm invested, my second daughter got on Instagram, but I'm already invested in Facebook. And it's a good thing I didn't just change because my third daughter is in Snapchat. Shopify gives its customers a trial account for 30 days that lets them use all the features of the platform to create their own e-commerce shop. During the trial period, customers invest a lot of time and money and effort in creating their e-commerce shop, which gets locked in and locked out after 30 days. Unless, of course, you buy the product. Although the customer can avail the trial again with different email ID, all the effort put into the previous shop is lost. This helps Shopify convert their trial customers into paying customers and keep them. If you are a SaaS, software as a service startup, you could use this approach to provide discounts on longer annual subscriptions as customers are reluctant to move away from a product they've already paid for. If you are a B2B startup, another way to incentivize your customers to stay is through integration with other apps or data sources and systems that the customer uses, making your product indispensable to them. In some cases, building multiple products that take care of end-to-end customer needs and removing the need for external integrations is also a very smart strategy. One of the best in the world is Microsoft. The Microsoft Office suite is a great example. Before Microsoft Office, customers would use spreadsheets and word processors and email clients, presentation builders, etc., from different companies. All these tools had dependencies on each other, but it was hard to integrate them. Then along came Microsoft Office, which solved this problem. Apple also uses this approach, even in its hardware, by providing a convenience of seamless integration from its products, making it harder for a customer to switch to a different phone, computer, or laptop. Once used for long enough, it's really hard to get out. However, a caveat of this approach. You're creating a barrier to leaving your product. That means it's also a potential barrier to getting into it. Customers might shy away from or be reluctant to buy your product if it's too hard to get out of or into, or migrate from one platform to another. Therefore, it's also important that you provide customers support for migration if they need.